Hi, welcome to the first research design course session for AME Zion University for the fall semester 2018. These are not mandatory to watch, but they are meant to kind of help you get to really focus on everything that's going on in class. And again, what's very important to remember about this class is that it's one of the first online courses mixed with practical in-person course. So really you want to go ahead and utilize this time to really expand your online skills. I know it can be a challenge, but Ms. Alexis McMasters is there to help you along with Professor Gray. With that, we're going to go ahead and start. We know that you've already been really exploring what research design is, but let's go ahead and revisit that just to make sure that everyone's caught up, especially the new students. You know, research design really is design that we use about planning future activities, but more so it utilizes qualitative and quantitative methods. And we'll start to explore what that is, and especially in this course, every student will be expected to actually use both qualitative and quantitative together as a mixed method approach, and that's what we call it, mixed methodology. And really what we're hoping to do is really get you to focus on a research question related to what it is you want to do in your professional career and your academic career. And then what we want you to do is to think about how you can utilize different research methods to really answer that question scientifically. And you get to choose among the different design elements that exist in research method. So with that in mind, we'll keep going. You can find all these slides on the course website. You can also find them on the course Facebook page, and I will also be emailing out a lot of materials to people who have provided their email. You are responsible for downloading them and for printing them for those students who prefer to have hard copy. But this is one of the first major PowerPoints that you should really focus on learning. We've already talked that a lot of sociologists mostly involve ethnography, and that's the type of field work that you do that is qualitative in exploring and understanding and uncovering what is happening with the people we're trying to help through different interventions that many social projects do, including poverty alleviation, microloans, health projects. And really what we hope to do is to understand the characteristics of the population or the people. I prefer not the term population, but of the people. And they're a people who share a similar identity, either grouped around a culture, a nationality, a community, but really something that unites them. And usually, you know, we're very specific when we target specific populations. But this course is going to go beyond looking at ethnography, although you will be expected to do an ethnography in the coming weeks, which will be exciting. And again, if you just try it, it's for practice. There is no bad or good ethnography. It's really getting you to explore the different methods. We'll get there a little further in the future, so let's put that on the back burner for now. So the first thing, or take that off the coal pot, we'll cook it later for Liberian context. But really what we want to know is eventually you'll be learning about cross-sectional designs, longitudinal, and even cross-sequential designs. But this may not be exactly in this course, but in future courses. And it's really important to understand that common sociological research methods or procedures are case study, survey, observational, correlational, experimental, where you're actually doing an experiment with the people that you're working with, and maybe not a scientific experiment, but maybe offering a treatment, like offering a program to some participants, and then not offering the same program to other participants who are offering a different treatment. And then also cross-cultural methods. So we'll really try to explore those, but for a lot of you, you'll also be using secondary data, which means instead of the other ones which we've just mentioned, you will actually be using data that somebody else, another researcher, found or established for you beforehand, and you can find those online. UNICEF has a lot of wonderful research materials out there and data sets. There are many NGOs like NIH, and we'll go ahead and explore those together. But the main thing, again, is to emphasize that this course is going to take you out of the books, and it's going to bring you into the 21st century with the rest of Africa now emerging in there, which is really the idea that we get you online, because so much of this information is there, it's free, and it is very accessible. So we're really going to be working with many of you to give you that experience to better your skills. Now, of course, you've already started working in groups, and we're very happy. Your research questions that have been presented were right on the mark. You did a wonderful job. There's not one group that we're worried about. The research questions were very accurate and definitely will be good for a mixed methods approach. And so that's great. But if you still have questions, please go to Mrs. McMasters, and she'll help you in person, or you can email me directly. Now, when you're choosing your design elements, we will explore what that means. But for now, we're not quite there. So what we have done is we have done the research question. You have started exploring what a hypothesis is. For many of you who know my research, you know that I'm looking at the relationship or how child sexual assault is affected by a girl's education levels. That being, do they go up or do they go down based on her education? My hypothesis when I initially started this research a year ago was that the more education a girl has, the less likely she was to be raped. However, hypotheses are just statements, scientific statements of what we believe based on what we know at hand